Hi everyone, I wanted to give you a guide to Lab4 Interactive website. So we're going to start with the index page, the first thing you're going to get when you click on the website. And we're going to click on sample 1 and we're going to work through what it's like to work on sample 1. So you're going to notice a few different things. On the top of the website is the link to videos. They're embedded in there and they're basically sort of showing you a couple of different mineral samples of this particular mineral type. And you can play and stop as much as you like. It's going to give you some indication of color and hopefully cleavage, sort of overall appearance, cleavage versus fracture, that sort of thing. It's not set to automatically play, so you're going to have to click on the play button. If you scroll down on the page, you're going to see sort of the middle part. The middle part has interactive buttons for testing mineral physical properties. So I want to note that there aren't actually answers for some of the minerals that you have in your lab kit that you're going to need to figure out. But let's work through this together for mineral 1. And hopefully you will be able to record your answers on your lab sheet in your course pack, the table that asks you to record information. Okay, we're starting with magnetism. As you see, I click on the button and a pop-up comes up, and I'm going to put in the enlargement here so you can see it. Don't forget, when you're done recording what's happening, you need to click on the OK button to move to the next step. And if you missed it, the mineral is not magnetic. I'm now clicking on the Perform Hydrochloric Acid Test, and hopefully you should see it says the mineral did not react to acid. Okay, let's do some hardness tests. We're going to start with the fingernail, and the fingernail did not scratch the mineral, so the mineral's harder than the fingernail. Okay, so we're going to try to scratch the copper penny or plate with the mineral, and the mineral did scratch the copper, so the mineral is harder than the copper. Our next hardness test is to see if the mineral will scratch the glass plate, and it did, so it's harder than the glass. So let's summarize the hardness and see if we can figure out what it means as far as numbers. The mineral is harder than the fingernail and the copper and the glass. Fingernails are usually around 2.5, copper is 3.5, and glass is 5.5. So that means that this mineral is harder than all of them. So we would say the hardness is greater than 5.5. Next is the streak test, in which we scratch the mineral or try to scratch it on a porcelain plate. And in this case, the mineral does not leave a streak. Usually this means that the mineral is harder than the porcelain or the streak plate, which means it's probably harder than 6.5. But we don't actually use that because it's quite difficult to tell even for experts. So you can put greater than 5.5 or greater than 6.5 and you'll be correct either way. The last button just says other observations, and so this is basically anything else that could be useful to you in figuring this out or that is notable about this mineral. So in this case, it says that an unbroken mineral crystal has 6 sides, and so that's a distinctive feature of this particular mineral. Okay, the last part of this interactive website is at the bottom of the page, and basically it lets you choose which features you think the mineral has, and it's geared for each particular sample. So we're basically working on sample 1 right now, and it's going to let you it's going to tell you if you've got the properties correct or incorrect. So let's just walk this through. I'm going to click on the button at the bottom that says grade identification. Now notice I haven't actually clicked on anything. I haven't filled in any of the radio buttons that are there. And so it's telling me I got the luster, magnetism, reaction with acid, hardness, cleavage, fracture, streak color, and mineral name incorrect. That's exactly what we want it to say. So now let's try just filling in some almost random answers. We're going to fill in metallic, not magnetic. We're going to basically fill in everything along the top column, or the top row that's there, and see what it's going to tell us. So it says we missed the luster, hardness, streak color, and mineral name. So that's interesting because just by sort of guessing, we can figure a few things out. We got the fracture only right, And we got the no acid reaction and the not magnetic right. So now let's put in the properties we think we recorded. Non-metallic, not magnetic, no acid reaction. And now I'm trying to figure out, there's some different options here. We know it's greater than 5.5 hardness, so I know where to go now. Fracture only, no streak, it was too hard. And then how are we going to decide? We've got quartz, garnet, and olivine. So I'm just going to choose garnet. And it says I missed the mineral name, so that's not correct. I think it's actually quartz with the right colors there. And it tells us we got everything right. Okay, so I hope this is helpful to you. Learning to identify minerals can be rather challenging the first time through, but I think you're going to get the hang of it based on all of the practice you're getting, and you can use this interactive website to help you. Again, remember that not all of the tests are going to be available for every single one of the minerals. You're going to have to do some based on the lab kit, but you can plug that information into this interactive part at the bottom, and it's going to tell you if you're getting it right or not. Okay, so when you're ready to move on from mineral 1, remember you can do that at the bottom. Click on mineral 2, for example, or you can go back to the index page and choose from there. All right, please let me know what questions you have. Otherwise, we really hope these resources are useful to you.